Hello everybody and welcome to the Italia DLC for Euro Truck Simulator 2. First of all, I'd just like to give a big thank you to SCS for sending this to me a day early and also free of charge for me to do this first look video and also a series of the new DLC on. So as you can see, this is the new area, all of Italy. Now originally there was actually a section at the top of Italy, at the north of Italy, which was in the base game, but that's all been revamped and it is brand new, so even if you've been there already in the base game, still worth revisiting. All this area is new, and yeah, we're just going to explore it. Well, at least we're going to start to explore it today. It is going to take some time, but this is purely just a first look video. We're going to be doing a series later, and that means I'm actually starting a brand new profile. Before we were in Toulouse, and we're going to have to drive from Toulouse to Italy, but doing it this way means that we can actually start in Italy, probably down the south here, and then we can just explore everything within the Italia DLC without having to go out and see other countries, although that would be lovely too. This is just purely focusing on Italy. So let's begin. Right, okay, so off we go. Obviously everything is already loaded up and we don't have to do anything at all, which is very easy for us. Now this barrier to this gate to the depot, it's got beacons on it, which is very interesting to see. Obviously just to warn people nearby. Look at that, very impressive. So as we're driving through Italy, I'm going to run through a few different bullet points just so we all know exactly what it's added, or loosely what it's added. It's obviously added loads of stuff to the game. But yeah, just so you get a general idea of what to expect in the DLC. I just realised the game sound was pretty loud, so that should be better. Hopefully that is a bit quieter for you. Now there are accidents going on and stuff, I think. I did experience a crash with a lorry and a bus earlier when I was just testing things out. So yeah, I don't know how many accidents we're going to see. Obviously we don't want to see any really, but it just adds a bit of realism. It brings it to life. But that isn't one of the points of the Italia DLC. That is just something I've just mentioned. So I think really once we've got this first job out of the way, oh, it's actually not a kilometre, it's 50 kilometres, this first job. That's interesting because before, in the other job I did, just a preliminary job just to try and get the hang of it, it was just a kilometre. Amazing, really. Amazingly short. It's still under the same area, so I'm assuming it is just... is that car going to move? It is. I'm assuming it is just in the same area, just a depot nearby. Right, that was chaos. I don't know what was going on there, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. I should think some bad driver was just messing around in the middle of the road. So we're going to go left here by the look of it before we go up to the motorway. Do we go underneath it first? Yes we do, because we're obviously going the opposite direction. Now a very bad habit of mine is to speed, and as you can see I'm speeding at the moment. I really should use cruise control a bit more, because that way you can obviously bypass the risk of speeding, but I don't know. This first video isn't really about the quality of my driving, it's about the DLC itself, and I'm going to do a few jump cuts so we can experience most of it, and also third person view just for this video, because it really does allow you to see more of the environment, much better than it would do if we were just confined in the cab like this. It is better to be confined in the cab, but yeah, we don't really want to be. Yeah, busy here. Super busy here. Another lorry coming up behind. Okay, that's the car gone. Out turn. Pick up speed. That lorry is just going to merge instantly. How lucky. Right, so yeah, 11,500 kilometres of brand new roads to explore, just in the DLC. That is impressive. And I think I should probably cover this very early on in the video, the prices of the DLC in the different countries. Well, basically, in euros and in United States dollars, it is $17.99. In Great British pounds, it is $13.49. So hopefully that gives you a good idea of the value of the DLC, and also hopefully this video is going to give you a good idea if it's good value for money or not. It's a very good way of deciding whether or not to get a DLC, watching a first look video, because then you can obviously see for yourself what to expect. However, I must just say, please do not base the whole DLC on what you see today, because we're only going to cover a very small aspect of the game. The DLC is huge. as I've just said, 11,500 kilometres of brand new explorable roads. Yeah, I could never do that in one video. In fact, I probably couldn't even do that in a series. That is a lot of roads to explore. So also, on top of this, there are 19 brand new cities to explore as well, including Rome and Napoli, I think it is. I have been to Italy before, but I haven't been to many of these different places. So here we are, Augusta. This is, yeah, please excuse my driving. This is where we are going to go to for the first delivery to be dropped off. It looks like we should go straight through these gates at the end of the road into a depot. And while we're doing this, I'll try and reverse at the same time as explaining something. But basically, we've got brand new 3D assets in the DLC. SCS have indeed emailed me a copy of a fact sheet, just so I know exactly what to say. Because I don't want to. It's very good because I don't want to say the wrong stuff, and obviously I could easily miss stuff out. Like, I would have never known there were 11,500 kilometres of brand new explorable roads before. So that is interesting to know, and obviously I've now passed it on to you, so yeah, it works well both ways. So, also, we've got, let me just try and focus here, realistic junctions, including ring roads and around the big cities. I'll keep going to each bullet point every now and then. So that is the first one done, and we've got 2 achievement progresses just down here. Okay, that was all good, no damage at all. Hopefully we don't crash in this video, but you never know because I'm swerving about trying to keep track of things here. While it's loading, I'll just say that this DLC also features many regional industries and companies, typical Italian toll gates and signs, and recognisable landmarks. Right, there is our lovely headquarters, our garage, which doesn't really concern us at all because we're going to be going back to the other profile. So yeah, we need to do a quick job. Now, because it is a brand new profile, it means we don't have any long distance perks, which is okay, it doesn't really matter. But what I'd like to do is go to Rome, or Roma. So I think the best place to go to is Palermo, hopefully that is again pronounced correctly, which we can do fairly easily. There are 3 different jobs and journeys to that place. So from there, if we can cut across to Napoli, and then go up to possibly Cassino, and then to Roma, or possibly directly from Napoli to Roma, then that would be very good. If we can set an objective as finishing in Rome, so we finish this video in Rome, eating a pizza or a pasta or something, then that would be fantastic. So the best value for money is, well, these two are both the same actually. The same weight, so just go by the lorry, I suppose. I can't really say which one I prefer, they're both good, but I think I'd probably go for the DAF. So we'll take the job, and while it's loading again, I will just very quickly explain another feature. We have got typical Italian architecture. We have improved vegetation for the Mediterranean climate, so yeah, vegetation which you wouldn't ever see in the UK, for example, would be featured in this game. Well, instantly we've got these palm trees, which is very nice indeed. So yeah, again, because it is a quick job, we automatically have the trailer loaded up and ready to go, which is very easy for us. Also, if we have to go through any toll roads, which no doubt we will have to, because there's loads, the employer pays the fee, which is very good for us. But if you think about it, in the end it's actually worse, because even though you're not paying the toll if you're employed, if you were self-employed, you would earn more money. So you have to pay the toll fee, but in the end you get more money for the job. So either way, you don't really lose, but you also don't really win. Anyway, yeah, forget the speed I'm doing. I'm bound to start creeping over the speed limits. This video is purely about the DLC and absolutely nothing to do with my driving skills. In the first episode of the Italia series, which I'm going to do every few days, maybe every week eventually, yeah, I'm going to try and drive as realistically as possible, but it's not always easy when you're trying to go out of cab view, looking around at different things, trying to explore. Because today we are tourists. Whoa, that was a bit of bad driving from both of us. Anyway, yeah, let's just continue here. 201 kilometres to go. And from experience on the Italia DLC, because I've done, as I said, I've already done a job. Each job does seem to last longer. I don't know why, but it just does. It seems to be more distance per kilometre. Maybe it's just me, but it's just one thing I've noticed. Now the speed limit here is 40, we're doing 53, but I think it's good to have a bit of a run up. Totally clear here, so we can just go straight for it, we'll just merge straight out into the dual carriageway. And while we're driving along here, let me just again find another bullet point to mention. We've got brand new cargo. Yeah, that is actually a very good one to note down, because everybody wants new cargo. So throughout this series I'm going to be covering the new cargo, doing different things and everything. But it's just going to be one step at a time. We can't do everything in one go. This is purely a first look video where we just have a brief first look at everything to do with the game. Right, the cruise control can be set at 80. Perfect. Now, one thing I'm going to do is down below I'm going to put a link to SCS's blog, because they do a very good job at keeping up to date with the blog. And on the 1st of December there was a blog post about the update for ETS2, regardless of if you've got the DLC or not. And that tells you a few things which have been added to the game, updated about the game, and yeah, just generally quite an interesting read. Likewise, I'll probably also put a link down to the buy page where you can buy the Italia DLC. I actually got it on Steam, sent directly from SCS. But again, you can buy it from Steam if you want to. It's actually not a bad way of doing it. Oh, there's always a car coming, isn't there? Always a car. Okay, it just automatically saved. It even told me at the top left hand side of the screen. It's a nice feature. It has always automatically saved. It's just I don't think it's ever mentioned it before, so that must be a new feature in the update, I should think. Although I haven't played ETS2 for a while, a month or so it could have been updated before the first. A very interesting landscape here. Obviously the environment in every area of Italy is going to be completely different. So you're going to have the coastal areas where you've got a lot of sea, as you would expect, but also a lot of these Mediterranean looking plants. And then inland we've got less trees, but many different fields. We've got vineyards and also possibly orange trees as well. I'm not too sure exactly, but I have seen some vineyards, which is interesting to see. Now I do need to set the cruise control once again. And like I say, we're going to keep jump cutting, looking at different areas of the game. If I did a solid recording, then you wouldn't see much in about half an hour, because it would just be the same area. So yeah, I'll keep jump cutting and going to different sections of the DLC environment, the map, whatever you want to call it. Here's an interesting road. Look at that. It goes right over the top of our road. But this is the thing. The DLC adds realistic and real landmarks. So things which you would have seen in Italy on photos, or if you've been in real life, you should see in the game. The entire area has been made from scratch, and some areas have been revamped. So really, the detail, well, we can already see it is, but the detail should be immense. Right then, so we're coming off here to go to Palermo. Palermo. I really, I'm not good at pronunciations, but if I'm wrong, just simply update me down below, and next time I won't make the same mistake. So there, oh look at that, some bushes with flowers on in the central reservation. Now that you don't see in the UK. That is very nice. Anyway, 44 kilometers. Wow, that was close. That was very close. So busy though, really busy. That car's going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it in front of a lorry. That would not be good. Now we can go. Come on, car. Go, 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 go. Good. Okay. Fantastic. We have joined. Services in 300 meters. Sounds good. We could get something to eat. But actually we don't need to sleep or anything, so I think we'll continue. We'll continue the journey. We'll make the most of this lovely weather which we're having. In fact, there's only 38 kilometers left before we get to our destination, and that should be the port or somewhere near the port. Then we'll have to drive to the port to be able to get to Rome. But I do think that Rome is just going to be a fantastic finishing off point. Probably one of the first places you think of when you think of Italy. There's a very good view of the mountains and the buildings in front with all the trees. It certainly is a very picturesque environment. to be in. And yeah, you can see that the buildings are certainly not the same type of buildings you'd find in the UK, for example. Very fitting for the area. Obviously a lot of effort's been put into the detailing, making it look as close as it can do to Italy. Right, we're going to go right here. And this is very different. Not just coming directly off a dual carriageway and then you're there. You have to drive through the town. And I think that a lot of places in Italy are very... the roads are very tight and narrow. I don't know if we're going to have to explore them today, but yeah, you would not want to be going down one of those really narrow roads in a lorry. That would be very difficult, but it would be very challenging as well, so it would be quite fun. Although they're probably weight restricted, so there's not much point in including a road which you can't even go down. In fact, if I look around hard enough, we should even see these back streets, which you can go down in cars, but obviously not in an HGV. Right, well, I'm going to stick to the speed limit here. We can repair at this place on the right hand side. We can also sleep at both truck parks, left and right. There is the services, and finally, hopefully, we're going to come across our depot. Wow, look at this. It's when you come off the main roads, that's when you realise the level of detail. 2 kilometres apparently until we get there. We'll just keep cruising down here. I don't even know which... Oh, we have to be in the left lane, okay. Because we're turning left up here. Oh, a ferry! A port! And the sea. I must come out of cab view. It's a good job the lights are red. In fact, one of the only occasions ever when I wish the lights were red. Oh, they've gone green. What a shame. Well, we're going left. We'll come back to the port later. And then, I think, who's right? Yeah, it's our right of way. A Renault truck dealer has been discovered. And then it's straight over the roundabout and we're at our destination. Here we are. We'll get it parked up, then take a job to Rome, hopefully. I think it's in here. Is it in here? It is, but it's very tight. It's very narrow. Oh, that is so close. Okay, we've got to watch the trailer too. But first, we're going to park the trailer ourselves. Oh, that is so close, looking at the mirror. Just about got in. Super tight. We probably should have swung over to the other side of the road first, just so we had enough space. Now the job of blindside reversing. Hooray! Yay! I might come out of cab view just so I don't mess it up. I don't want to lose any money for bad driving or crashing into another trailer. Yeah, I think we'll just play it safe here. If it was a Let's Play, I wouldn't do this. I'd always stick in cab view. But I think since it is just a first up video, we'll be alright. Right, there we go. Fantastic. Hopefully there were no penalties there. I don't think there was. No, there wasn't. Good. Right, show the results. We'll continue. Oh, look at this. Long distance. We'll use that just in case we don't have a perk. Or, well, a job going to Rome. The perk should help. Let's see. Okay. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nope. Oh dear. We don't have one. I am kind of stuck. Because everything else is going back south. What a shame. And I genuinely mean, what a shame. Because I didn't want to go here. I wanted to go to Rome. That was the objective. Okay, well, nothing we can do about it, I suppose. What we're going to have to do then is go along the coast. In fact, it would be a very nice coastal drive. And then next time, we'll have to go to Rome. I am surprised, but oh well. We'll definitely get to Rome next time because we'll be doing our own profile, and we'll be coming south instead of going north. So to get back down here again, we do have to go past Rome. So this can be the final journey of the video, which is a shame, but don't worry, I'll be getting the next video out probably in the next day, 24 hours time. So stay tuned, and we will be driving to Rome. Again, we're going to be jump cutting quite a bit just so I can show you all the detailed areas. Well, most of it is detailed, but the dual carriageways, obviously, they can't really be too detailed because it's just a dual carriageway. So I'll be showing you most of the built-up areas and the coast, which is something I'm really looking forward to seeing properly. We actually got a green light. Fantastic. It's a very small lorry. It's 31 degrees outside. Celsius. Must be summertime. Very nice and warm. And I'm speeding. Anyway, I'm going to do most of this in the third person view, so that you can really appreciate the environment that we've got here. We have... oh, a digger! Yeah, we have already been here. A backhoe, I should say. But it can all look different from a different angle. I think the best place for you to look at more screenshots, if you'd like to, before the release of the DLC, is the SCS blog. There always is lots of information on there, so that is the best place to go to. Now, I think we're now at the end of the main street, the main road, before we get onto the road which is taking the coastal route. I don't know how coastal it's going to be. It's not like directly on the coast, but it's fairly close, so maybe from a lorry we'll be able to see the sea on the horizon. Maybe at some points we'll be able to actually travel along the coast completely, on a cliff edge maybe. Not on a cliff, because that would be fairly scary, but on a road set back from the cliff. But we have 190 kilometres to experience this in. So let's make the most of it. I can't see. There we go. It's clear. We have another toll booth just up here, so we're going to have to... I think we're paying it actually. I think we've already been through the starting one, so yeah, get your money ready. Or should I say, our employer needs to get our money ready. Hey, that's the way to do it. Especially if it's a very long distance between the two booths. I think we'll take this lane today actually. The speed lane. Oh, it is the start. Okay, well, that's okay. It means we're going to have to go and pay later. I think it's usually about 30 euros or something. But it can vary. There's the sea. I can see the sea. The waves are breaking. And there are some properties down there too. I've got to say though, the central reservation is looking good. Wow. That is amazing. Right, screenshot time before we go into the tunnel. Very important. It's going to be quite hard to do a screenshot though, because it's just such a massive area. I'll turn the blur off. Okay, look at that. We can't go that high either, actually. I probably won't take a screenshot here, but at least we can zoom in and you can see the trees with the sea behind. We're up above us, up here. Continuing through the tunnel, we come to another opening, another bridge. It's really hard to appreciate it from in-cab though. Look at that. There are so many different areas that need to be explored. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So we're sticking on here for a bit. We can take in the sights, very big mountains. And we can just wait at 80 kilometers per hour, cruise along while everybody else overtakes us. Yeah, I don't know, the lorries do seem to catch up with us even at 80. Obviously we're only doing 73 at the moment, but they do well to catch up. Now we have to get the money ready. We must pay. We're going this lane here. 62 euros paid by your employer. Yep, and I'm pleased because that would have been quite a hit for us. Very expensive. But we did travel quite a long way. And yeah, there's a lot of bridges back there that need to be maintained. And if I'm not mistaken, another big bridge here. It is, yep. And there is the town. Or city, I'm not too sure. But we're coming off here. So here we are, Messina. We're waiting at red lights. It's probably quite a good screenshot, you know. If I just pause the game, look up here. Yep, that looks quite Italian. Okay, we'll turn off the blur strength and oh, it's gone very laggy. How weird. I know why. It's just because it was loading the screenshot manager. But there we go, look at that. Impressive. I think now it's just a casual drive to our destination. Must just be down the bottom of here, I suppose. We'll stick in the right hand lane. But we do need to go into the left hand lane eventually. Ah, there we go. Messina discovered. While it's clear, we'll just drift across. Looking up the different streets. And then finally, oh, what's it stop for? Fool! Almost caused an accident. Yes, finally, we're going to go right up here. There's just so much more to explore. It's not just like a case of coming off the dual carriageway and then you just go into this depot and then you're finished. You actually have to drive through these towns, villages, cities, and find the exact depot for you. It's much slower, but it's much better. So much more detailed this way. Okay, so we're going to go left again here, and I think we're there. Obviously it's one of these companies we're going to. I'm not entirely sure which one it is. It's a bit industrial up here. There's the sea again. And then we can look back. Oh, a train line. There we go. Right, this is our destination up here. Right, somewhere here. Must be the port itself, I suppose. Now there's probably going to be a penalty this time. I think I did clip a car very early on. So I haven't looked at my damage, but hopefully it's not too bad. On the cab it doesn't look to be bad at all. As for the trailer, I don't know. I'll have to find out. I think it would be very harsh if it was over 1%. Wow, that is some rapid reversing. Oh, it's going to take it though. Nice. Yes, let's just see. Good work. So I did damage something. 1.1%. Okay, we're going to leave it there. So that is it. That is a very brief look at the Italian DLC, Italia. Like I say, we're going to be returning in the next day or so with the next episode, driving from France to Italy, and then doing a full series over on this DLC. So thank you for watching, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and until next time, I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.